Welcome in, Cancer. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. Again, hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Cancer, this is going to be your mid-month general love reading for the sign of Cancer, any placement in Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As always, general reads, so just, always keep that in mind. Cross watchers, feel free to swap energies. Same thing for you, Cancer. I did already try to start your reading, and then I had to stop it. Somebody's car alarm was going off outside, so I feel like that was an important message. So I do feel like for a lot of you, it's okay for you to swap the energy if you feel like it resonates that way for you. So that alarm went off as soon as I started saying that. So then, I just stopped and restarted because I was just starting your reading. So I did already pull your oracle cards here, Cancer. It looks to me like, there's a lot going on here. I feel like a lot of really nice energy coming through, a lot of really nice things and blessings coming your way. So I feel like I feel like you are gonna see a pretty big change here in what the universe is delivering to you. And again, I feel like it's been difficult, it's been tough. I feel like you've been through it, but you're on the other side of it. So your first oracle card that came through from Wisdom of the Oracle was the Fates card. So, I believe anyway that there's things that are destined, on your path, like a blueprint, when you first come into, your earthly realm here. But I do feel like, you are just embracing the beauty of the world and the universe. And again, just like really having a lot of faith in, the universe and magic in general. I feel like it's taken a while for you to get here. I don't feel like it's been an easy route, especially for those of you that have been going through a hard time. I feel like it's been hard for you to kind of like stand up for yourself. The rabbit energy here is, the rabbit's, pretty afraid. So I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you just were really having a difficult time embracing or looking to the future that anything good was going to happen. But I feel like a lot of you have been, trying to turn off that mind chatter. And I feel like, I feel like you're seeing that it hasn't really been serving you. So, and I feel like speaking up for yourself, kind of taking your power back and just trusting the universe that good things are coming your way has made and is making a huge difference here because you got the affluence card. This card doesn't come out very often. It's card number 5. So I feel like there is going to be some sort of lucky, lucky streak or like something, an opportunity that's going to provide you with some well needed abundance coming your way. And again, I feel like it's because you faced your fears here with that rabbit energy. And again, changing that, your mindset, your perspective here, trusting that the universe has your back. So maybe for a while, some of you felt like the universe, wasn't delivering, but again, when you're in that negative mindset, it's going to continue. So I feel like it's been a struggle to get out of that. And again, having faith in the universe, knowing that you need to stand up for yourself. And I feel like you did, Cancer, because to a person, a situation, setting healthy boundaries has probably been difficult for you. I feel like Cancer in general, a tendency to be really empathic, overgiving, and again, stepping back, kind of taking back your power and standing in your authentic self still, but having healthy boundaries. And again, I feel like the universe is going to be rewarding you as well. On the bottom of Moonology, you got prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So we just had a new moon in Taurus. We're now in the full moon of Scorpio. So I feel like there's a lot of really good things coming towards you. And again, just trusting that the universe has your back here in this situation with this person. So it kind of gives me the energy of a leg up, which is also a card in the Wisdom of the Oracle. The bottom of the Wisdom of the Oracle for you, which is the underlying energy, was regeneration. So I feel like for a lot of you, a situation, a relationship, for a lot of you had to come to, it all had to be burnt up in order for it to be rebuilt. So I do feel like there is a message coming We got message in a bottle below that. And then you also got the birds card here, which really talks about birds are messengers in the tarot. So I feel like there is a message coming. I feel like there is some good news coming. And again, seeing things from a higher perspective and just trusting the universe, I feel like has really made a big difference here. Just in your perception, your attitude towards life. And again, trusting in that and standing up for yourself. So again, I feel like you're going to be rewarded, pleasantly rewarded. I keep hearing Cancer is going to be pleasantly rewarded. So let's see how the person on your mind is feeling about Cancer. So let's pull some cards on that. And then we'll take a look at your feelings. I don't know. Today I've been drawing the cards a little bit differently. I don't know why, but I just feel compelled to do it. So, all right. So we have the King of Pentacles. So this person is, could be an earth sign, somebody that does have affluence, somebody that maybe is quite successful. This person could be a business owner. This person also, sometimes the King of Pentacles to me could be somebody sitting in a comfort zone and not wanting to make those changes, not wanting to get out of that chair, that big comfy chair, kind of like comfortable life. Yeah. And then we have the Hangman. So this person's perspective is also changing. The Magician, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, Two of Wands, the Hierophant. So it looks to me like maybe in the past this person was definitely sitting in a comfort zone. I feel like this person is realizing, like I mentioned, it's funny that I said that this person needs to get out of their chair. They do. So this person is knowing. I feel like they have a new perspective here on the situation with you, Cancer. They know that they need to do something here. So the Magician really talks about taking action, knowing that they have all the tools that they need. So kind of like this person may not have been feeling that confident in the past that they could meet your needs. This can also talk about this person taking a step back from you and realizing that you do possess everything that they want in a partner. So again, realization here. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So the truth about, their past, definitely they might be a little bit worried about that. This person, I feel like, is worried about their reputation with you. So, if you have history with this person, Cancer, which I feel like you all do, but this person, I feel like, was waiting to kind of see what happened with a commitment. So this person definitely could be or could have been in another relationship with somebody else. And I feel like this person was waiting to see what was going to happen with that. So I'm not saying that this person, that you were like their second choice or anything here, Cancer, but I feel like this person could have been in a high level commitment with someone else. And it may have required them to make some pretty big changes here, not throw in the towel with, if somebody's been married to somebody for, 20 some years, it's a big change. It's a big decision. It's a life-changing decision in order to, walk away from that for something new or somebody new. So I do feel like this person, was in and out of your life, Cancer, because they couldn't really make a decision, or they weren't sure if they wanted to be in commitment, be in a high level commitment again. So if this wasn't third party, it's just really about this person making the choice to be in a commitment, kind of give up that kind of, inconsistent lifestyle here, dating multiple people, not really wanting to settle down. So you'll know whether or not that's your person or not. But it looks to me like this person was kind of waiting to see what happens. So this could even be in relation to a job for somebody before they, kind of approach you and make a commitment to you. They want to figure out what what their vision is here for the future. So again, trying to determine here, Cancer, whether or not you are in that future or not. But I feel like this person is seeing you here as the magician. So I do like that because I feel like this person is recognizing in you that you do possess everything that, somebody could, really appreciate in a partner. I feel like you've shown up, being your caring, loving, beautiful self with that big, beautiful heart that Cancer has. And again, this person knows that they need to get out of this energy. So if this person's been inconsistent, I like that they're showing up here as the King of Pentacles because they know that you are looking for something stable. And again, that might have been what you said. Like I'm not down for this in and out energy. And it could have been terrifying for you here with this rabbit card, because if you really care about somebody, I mean, sometimes if you force that conversation, you're worried you're not going to get the outcome that you're wanting, which is to be in a high level commitment with somebody, for you and them to be exclusive, for you and them to be moving towards something more serious and or long term. You're worried that this person is going to run away. And sometimes, somebody does need to run away. And I feel like that's definitely what probably happened in this situation. So you may have had a conversation here, Cancer, with this person. It was probably difficult for you to bring this up and stand your ground because, you love this person, you want to be with this person. But at the end of the day, you have to like trust the universe here. That's whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. And now this person is having an epiphany here about the situation, about you, knowing that they need to show up, not in this player energy here to offer you something a little bit more stable. And if they want to be with you, they're going to need to step up, bottom line. Like, I feel like it's very black and white. I feel like you've made it very black and white for this person. And they have a choice to make. And I feel like for some of you, they did make a choice. I feel like you and this person definitely went your separate ways. Could be still in your separate ways right now. And this person, I feel like, is going to be making a decision soon. And as I say that, look at that. We got Judgment on the bottom, the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands. If this person was in another relationship, so if this was third party, this person is very disappointed. Like they're really not happy where they are, sitting in this comfort zone, sitting in their big ass chair. Like it's really not satisfying. It's not satisfying. So whatever energy you brought to the relationship, this person is seeing that. I feel like that's why they're seeing you here as the magician. Like they're not feeling satisfied. This person, they are, with somebody else or they are still married to somebody else. It's not satisfying. So I feel like this is a bit of a wake up call for this person. Yeah. And seeing you, Cancer, here as the magician. So if this person wasn't in a third party, if this wasn't a third party, then this person, I feel like is being called here to realize that, they're not happy being on their own. So, it's kind of the energy of like, oh yeah, I want my freedom. I want to be able to date whoever I want. And then at the end of the day, it's empty, it's shallow, it doesn't mean anything. And then you kind of go home and you're like, yeah, I'm sitting here by myself. Like this being single isn't really all that it's cracked up to be. It's really what I'm getting. So again, take it either way. Whatever kind of resonates with you more. Again, you're going to know the situation of, this person. All right, so let's see how Cancer is currently feeling. How does Cancer feel about this person? I feel like right now, Cancer, you're just like leaving it up to the universe, like, which I love. It's good energy to be in. I love that. And again, standing your ground, taking your power back, embracing that Empress energy, Emperor, Empress energy, male or female. So let's see here how Cancer feels about this person, Spirit. How is Cancer feeling about this person? All right. This person, I feel like for the longest time you did feel somewhat trapped here. This is really, being in a negative um, thought pattern here. I feel like it's taken a lot for you to change your perspective here and like untie yourself from the situation, untangle. I'm hearing untangle yourself from the situation. Ten of Swords, very painful ending. Seven of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Chariot. There's your card, Cancer. All right, it's been difficult, Cancer, absolutely. This was really painful. This person really put you through it. A lot of games I'm getting. This person played a lot of games. It was, yeah, I feel like it's a bit of a blessing in disguise right now because I feel like the space that has been created apart between you and this person has really given you time to, one, heal your heart, realize what it is that you're really wanting. I feel like it took a lot of strength for you to stand up for yourself. I feel like it's clear to you that, there needs to be changes in this situation with this person. They really need to do some work. This is what this death card is talking about. You probably said this to this person. This is what I'm wanting. I'm not settling for less than that. You know, um, these are the things that you need to change about yourself in order to, for you and me to be together. And again, getting out of this, player in and out, inconsistent energy. In order for us to, I'm open to moving forwards together, but I need to see these changes. These things need to happen in order for us to be together. So I feel like you've made it pretty clear to this person what it is that you're wanting. And again, standing up for yourself, embracing your Empress Emperor energy, taking control of the situation. I feel like this person made you feel out of control, like a lot of inconsistent behavior, making you feel insecure, possibly breadcrumbing you and not, being that consistent, loving person. I feel like in the beginning, this person definitely was. And then, that changed at some point. So I feel like, not in a good way, not in a good way here, Cancer. So I love that for you. I feel like you've made it clear to this person what you're willing to accept and what you're not. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I love tarot. The Tower and the Devil. So, and then the Strength card. So it took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of strength to see this person, this situation clearly. And we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. We already have the Ace of Swords out. What are we missing? Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like on some level as well, Cancer, you're, I feel like those rose colored glasses. You had this person, I feel like, on a bit of a pedestal at one point. I'm not saying you do right now, but I feel like at one point you did. This person's definitely off the pedestal, you know? Um, and it's probably because we did have Neptune was in Pisces forever, and now, well, not forever, but you know what I'm saying, was in Pisces for a long time, and now it's in Aries. So, the past illusion or, fantasy around this situation or this person, um, again, kind of like that pedestal energy, you're seeing this person a lot more clearly now. It's almost like, this person had you in a bit of a trance. I want to say, I don't want to say they like intentionally tried to fool you because I don't feel like that's true. But I feel like this person's true colors as time went by. I feel like you're seeing this person in a different light. So I feel like you care about this person, Cancer. I feel like you still have a lot of love in your heart, but it's going to take a lot to kind of like reignite that passion that you once had. So I feel like, that has been, I want to say, I feel like, the flame is still there, but it's a lot smaller, you know? It's not like a big roaring fire like it used to be, but it's still there. I feel like it's still there. This person could still stoke the fire if they actually put in the time and the effort and the work and, made the changes that they need to in order for you and them to be together or come together or reconcile here. But again, I feel like it did have to get burnt down all the way to nothing. So it gives me the impression here that it was never really built on solid ground. And I mean, if it was third party, obviously, it's not the best way to start a relationship, on betrayal, lies. I feel like, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that you knew about this. You definitely may have found out about this as time went on. This person could have been untrue about their status when you met them. You know, that happens. And that could have been one of the main reasons why this person was inconsistent and couldn't give you what they wanted. For those of you that, again, it wasn't third party, just really talks about somebody not being in the right frame of mind, kind of like out there, doing their thing and not really caring about how they affect other people or, affecting other people's hearts. And, they say hurt people, right? So I feel like this person definitely has some changes, some growing to do, some emotional maturity that they need to work on. And I feel like you recognize that now, Cancer. Maybe you gave this person a pass in the past, but not anymore. Not anymore. And it was hard for you, for sure, to stand up to, this person. So let's see here. I've kind of been rambling on. Sorry, Cancer. Let's take a look at some actions. Is this person going to take any action towards Cancer mid-May to end of May? I feel like right now, again, no contact right now for the majority of you. All right, actions towards Cancer. Is this person going to take any action towards Cancer mid to end of May? Seven of Swords coming out. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or someone with air in their chart. All right, High Priestess, Four of Cups, Emperor, Nine of Cups. So I feel like right now, I'm going to clarify these cards. Like this person is avoiding taking any action. I feel like they're almost kind of like being silent on purpose. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Cancer. I feel like this person, they want to have the upper hand in this relationship. So they're struggling with this. I feel like this person is the type of person that, was sitting in their ego 100%. This person is almost, purposely, I feel like, giving you the cold shoulder right now because they want to be back in control. Like they need to be in control of the situation. Yikes. I don't actually like it. Cancer. Yeah. To get what they want. So I don't really like it. I feel like this person, in the past, this playing games with you, at the end of the day is really about this person, having control over the situation. I feel like right now this person doesn't like that, you've made these boundaries, Cancer, that you're standing up for yourself. Um, like I feel like this person's almost like intimidated by that. They need to feel like they're the ones in control. And by you kind of taking your power back here, you've kind of taken that away from them. Yeah. The Four of Cups and the Emperor. I'm going to clarify this Nine of Cups. Yeah, the underlying energy here is that, this past cycle is closed. I feel like, this situation with this person, They know that it's going to take a lot of work here to get you back here, Cancer. And I feel like right now this person is like really kind of disappointed. I feel like they are kind of in a little bit of denial. And again, really wanting control over the situation with you, and they don't have it anymore. So I feel like, that's bothering them. But I feel like this person is knowing, that in order for them to heal, it's gonna, heal the situation with you. It's gonna require a tremendous amount of effort and a lot of work. And I feel like right now, this person is really in the energy of still holding on, still sitting in that chair, and they need to make a choice. I feel like in the future, they are going to make a choice here. But I don't feel like there's going to be much. I don't feel like you're going to hear from this person in mid-May. I feel like this person is still kind of like knowing what they are missing here, Cancer. I feel like this person's missing you, but they want to give you the impression that they don't, either that they don't care, and the silence is for a reason. They're wanting you to, I feel like, reach out to them, and I don't feel like you're going to do that. So I feel like stand your ground here, Cancer, because I feel like this person's definitely coming to their breaking point here. I feel like if you've been in no contact with this person for a while, what you're doing is working, I feel, because this person is going to have to realize that, they do need to change. I'm going to clarify what this Nine of Cups is. Tell me about this Nine of Cups in this person's actions. Yeah, look at that. King of Wands. This person is going to have to sit in this energy for a bit. Remember we talked about that Ace of Wands? Look at that. Like, this person is realizing, I feel like, Cancer, that you are definitely not moving towards them. If they want you, they're going to have to come and get you. They're going to have to show up. They're going to have to take some action. They're going to have to put in some work. They're going to need to make some changes. Otherwise, you're not giving anything. You're not giving anything. Nothing is going to be given to them. Nothing is moving forward, and I feel like this person is feeling dissatisfied. And again, feeling like, I feel like right now they're not in the best energy anyway, so I would not be reaching out to this person, Cancer. I feel like you're just going to get ego. So I feel like you need to keep waiting. And this person, is realizing that if I really want Cancer in my life here, I'm going to have to take some action. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to get out of that damn chair. So, and we have a pair here, Queen of Wands and King of Wands. This person has been doing their best here to try and ignore you, distract themselves with work or, possibly other people. And again, they are disappointed. They know that you are disappointed as well in them. But in order to get their happiness back here, they know they're going to need to take some action. So I feel like stand your ground here, Cancer, even though it's difficult. And again, I feel like you've been doing that though. I feel like I've kind of like handed everything over to the universe, and this person knows where I am. They want to move things forward. They know what they need to do. I've made it very clear to this person what they need to do. I feel like right now this person's like moping, again, trying not to think about you, annoyed that they're not in control of you anymore. They don't have control over you anymore. And that bothers them. So this is definitely the type of person that likes to feel important, that, they're calling the shots, not Cancer. So, Just watch out for that, Cancer. I feel like, you know that now about this person. And again, you're not doing anything. So stand in your power, Cancer. If you really want this person back, keep doing what you're doing. Keep your distance. Don't be posting stuff. And again, this person's going to need to step up in order to get you back. They're going to need to take some action. So I love it. I really do, because I feel like this person needs, I don't want to say learn a lesson because that sounds harsh, like you're intentionally doing this, but I feel like this person, really didn't treat you well, Cancer, took you for granted. And I don't usually like say a lot, I don't like to run down your person. As a reader, I really do my best, or try hard not to, throw your person under the bus. But sometimes when the cards come out like this, yikes, this person, definitely, I feel like this person, kind of really took advantage of your kindness, Cancer. This person was really in like taking energy, not giving. This person was not giving. And you deserve better than that, Cancer. So I love that you know, found that inner strength to stand up to this person. Kind of gives me the energy of like, finally standing up to a bully, right? And again, you're so scared when you're doing it, but afterwards, it just feels like such a relief. And I feel like that's really how you're feeling now. And again, the universe is going to reward you. So for doing that, for putting yourself first. So I love it. Whether or not you know, entertain the thought of this person coming back, that's going to be different for each of you. But I feel like until they show up correctly in the right energy, made some changes, I don't feel like you're going to open that door, Cancer. So, but you have free will. So, all right. We have I want to be different coming from your person. We have I can't do this right now. So, we have emotions overwhelm me. Other messages from this person to Cancer, please. All right. Will you leave me like the others? I can't talk to you right now. I have to let you go to find myself. And these feelings are eating me alive. You've triggered me. I love it. I feel like this person needed to be triggered, Cancer. I'm sorry, but I feel like they do. All right. So definitely some time apart from each other. You standing up for yourself. This person does care about you, Cancer. They do have a lot of feelings. You are their Nine of Cups, but I feel like this is a valuable lesson that this person really needed to learn. And, their insecurities here about giving you and treating you how you should be treated is, again, a big lesson for this person. And I feel like this person needs this time right now. So, as difficult as it might be for you to be apart, I feel like they do really need to do this. They do need to make these changes. They need to make these changes. And again, having that trust in the universe that if it's meant to be, this person will be back in your life, right? So, Cancer, I'm going to end your reading here. Sorry it was really long, but hopefully it resonated. Hopefully it made sense. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button, I'd really appreciate that as well. I'd really love to hear a comment from you. So I respond to all my comments, so feel free to do that. And I will see you guys in your next reading in June.